Just to show you how fast this fire is spreading, we've only been here for a few minutes when this whole area caught on fire. That corner of Airport and 41, where part of 41 has been closed down for over an hour because 2 pedestrians were hit by a car.
County where red light cameras have been a hot topic for a while, Renee.
Oh, they sure are. It's almost an understatement, actually. I'm here at the corner of Davis Boulevard and Airport Pulling Road, where this red light camera behind me keeps going off every few minutes, mostly catching people making illegal rights on red. Yeah, this is just one of the roads that you may drive down and notice it's a little bit darker than usual. Now, what you may not be able to see at home until I turn this light on is there's about 5 street lights that are turned off. Brown says his neighbor moved out over a week ago, leaving the house wide open. Inside, he found this Army uniform with Bordwell's name on it and these .38 caliber bullets. Now, I'm told that that may not be the only baby Burmese python that they find, because there could be as many as 40 more hatchlings right in that same spot. Guys, imagine this is your vision after just one drink. That's what one man is claiming in these 44 pages of new reports. Neighbors heard the faint sound of whimpering. They heard it coming from this dumpster. They looked inside. What they found was a small Yorkie with a wire tied around its neck. Right now, farm workers pick 32 pounds of tomatoes, and in return they get paid less than 50 cents. That's why some protesters who are loading up right now, and about 100 have already left in buses, are on their way to Tampa to protest pay wages from Publix. We spoke to stranded passengers who say they've shelled out hundreds of dollars and aren't getting refunds promised from the airline.
Where's she looking for answers?
Right, her and her friends were talking about actually going up there, driving to Texas starting tonight. So I don't know if they're going to do that just yet. She's really just kind of standing by waiting to find out more information. Yeah, talk about too close for comfort. I was standing here talking to a property owner when all of a sudden this tree, which had been burning at the base, came crashing down right next to us.
He stayed right in the porch. He's got lucky.
Juan Pena was happy to see his dog was okay after he was finally allowed back to his house.
As soon as he saw me, he jumped on top of us.
Estate residents waited hours for firefighters from multiple agencies to put out this 300-acre fire. 40 houses, including his, were in harm's way. However, only one is reported as having damage. Pena's house may be okay, but parts of his property weren't as lucky.
We used to have a trailer back there, it's all gone.
The fire demolished Pena's trailer. All that's left is ash and aluminum.
So it's here for like 19 years, and you see what happened in a few minutes.
Pena says it was only 2 weeks ago when he decided to clear dry brush that was next to his house, and is thankful now he did.
Every year we clean this because of the fire. See, if you don't clean around your house, what happens is your fire gets close to your house.
Even though parts of his property are still on fire, Pena says he will sleep easy tonight knowing firefighters are still on the job.
I have a house. Everything else we can clean it and fix it. They're going to be here for at least 3 or 4 days. They don't leave.
He is right about that. Although the fire is 100% contained, crews will still be out here for the next few days putting out hot spots. Live in the Golden Gate Estates, Renee Stoll, Wink News Now.
Renee Stoll is there live.
Yeah, we're live here when a suspicious package was called in at the La Costa apartment complex shortly after 4 p.m., closing down the apartment complex. Let's take a look at video we shot for you just a few moments ago. We see the bomb squad show up shortly after 5 o'clock. Previous to that, the sheriff's office was not calling this a bomb threat, just a suspicious package. It looks like most of the action is actually behind the tennis courts, directly to the left of the entrance. Now, the La Costa apartments are closed off to anyone entering. However, we did catch up with one resident who was waiting outside and was directed by deputies not to enter.
I tried to go across the street, and then the guy said, no, don't go back there because there's a bomb, something, I don't know.
Now, as we know so far, there have not been any evacuations of the apartment complex. However, we have seen multiple units of EMS and fire show up. Plus, I would say probably about 20 sheriff's office deputy cars have also shown up on scene. Now, I do want to point out that Pine Ridge eastbound is shut down to 1 lane, and the traffic is backed up for what seems like at least a mile. So you may want to avoid this area. We'll be reporting live with further details as they become available. Yeah, we're just a few hours away from 3 doctors and 2 nurses boarding 2 small planes here at the airport, headed to Haiti, prepared to save lives. Volunteers at Hope for Haiti box up essential medical supplies that will be on a plane to the country Friday morning.
Hydrogen peroxide, tons of it. The Ziploc bags are for giving out medicines.
Pediatrician Steve Shukin, along with 2 other doctors and 2 nurses, will also be on that flight. Shukin has done similar medical missions before, but none like this.
We have no hospitals. We have no indoor facilities. We have no running water. We have no electricity.
He's going to be flying down with you tomorrow.
Wound care specialist Phil Organ worked triage during 9/11. He not only is donating his skills as a doctor, but his supplies as well.
I have scalpels and blades and handles and syringes.
Aspirin, gloves, gauze, bags of medicine, all donated by people like Don Major at Summit Medical Supply.
She mentioned she needed a lot of sutures, so we pulled a lot of our sutures to send over.
Once in Haiti, these doctors will be ready to operate if necessary.
And I would expect amputations. I would expect to see some patients with burns.
Shukin says sterilized procedures may be the hardest obstacle to overcome. The other, deciding who to help.
Is this person beyond our help? And that's going to be a tough decision to make, because I'm sure we'll make that on several people that we wouldn't make that same decision here.
Now, Dr. Shukin tells me that they are basically preparing to operate as doctors in a war would, which means surgeries out in the open and on the fly. Now, there's going to be 6 more doctors and nurses headed out on later flights. In Naples, Renee Stoll, Wink News Now.
Right now.